Hello, Collective. Wendy Joy, Love and Light. Today is Friday, May 8th, and the energy within the cosmos is cycling and flowing, and it's reaching us exponentially. When the different phases within the transits moved into position, it's offering a lot of illumination. It's offering communication. It's offering hidden things coming to the present, to the clear, to the current moment, giving you more clarity and not so much confusion, if you will, over what has been going on within the last cycles of whatever you've been going through, because everybody is experiencing different cycles and they're on different parts of these cycles depending upon where your vibration lays. And if your vibration lays low, and if you're not looking toward bettering yourself, your situation, your life, walking, a more geared, destined path, then you're going to find that the clarity that you're receiving is filled with low dense energy, meaning that you're cycling or beginning the new cycle of this transit in the same energy or in worse energy than you were before. And that doesn't mean that that's where you have to stay, because there's still time in order to come to understanding or to comprehend, if you will, that you are greater than the situation that you are currently involved with, that you have the power within your mind and your movements to stop and refocus into a better suited, more beneficial situation. We all have this power. We were all given the ability to have free will, which allows us to be able to process whatever information comes to us and utilize it to help us evolve, whether it's recognizing patterns that kept us stuck or kept us looped in karmic situations where, you felt like you needed to get something quick and that you didn't need to worry about the future, that the present was all you needed to, prepare for. But that's not exactly true, because although we do stay in the present moment and we focus what we have in what we're currently involved with or doing, right? Especially if it's a task or if it's an endeavor, we need to work our present moment into a future step so that what we're doing currently in the present will carry us into the future, if that's the mindset that you're looking to hold on to. And I'm hoping that that would be positive and pure and interconnected, united, if you will, and uplifting for all. And if you feel that you can't acquire or accomplish or even move from the position that you're in, this is the perfect time for you to really take hold of what future you want to live and what energy you want to give out to the universe so that you receive what you're looking to achieve. And if you are doing all these things, and clarity and understanding or comprehension of self and environment, of whatever may be entering your field, right? Because we are all different and not two people are the same. And we all have the ability to perceive things in different ways. And when you step outside of your comfort zone and when you look toward expanding your perception in a positive, uplifting manner, then that's what your future will provide to you, because you're cultivating it in your present moment. When you're able to distinguish between what is a karmic loop or something that just doesn't fan out well, or how to determine what your next moves should be in order to clear the road in front of you. Inner work is absolutely needed, and reflection is recommended almost as a given. Because if you can't look inside, if you can't reflect, if you can't see what's been holding you back or what's available to set you free, then you're in a mindset where the low dense energy can play within your thought pattern and provide to you different scenarios, each worse and worse and worse, with a twisted yellow ribbon, if you will, trying to hold it all together, making it look as if it's, your best footpath forward. When in reality, there's always something inside of you that is telling you that you should really second guess, you should really reassess, you should really look further, and you should really gain the enlightenment that you need. And if you can't gain that from your spirit team because you're not yet at the level in which you can hear the guidance that they provide, or even feel the love that they send, then I implore you to reach out to me, because we're in a very time-crunched place, if you will. Because as much as understanding and recognition and remembrance comes to everybody in their own time, in their own way, we're running against the clock, because the oligarchs, or the rulers, if you will, of this suppressive, domineering, just outright evil, right, that's been holding us backwards, is going to continue to use their tactics, but they're going to use them in more advanced ways. And you might get swept up within because you don't realize that the perceived gifts that you're getting to the tangible short-term growth, right, will lead to your future falling. And there's just no way around that. And once you realize that it might be too late to do something with this cycle, but that gives you the opportunity to put your motion in movement and reverse whatever direction you were in and go the other way. And that means don't hold on to sadness or despair or depression or short-lived results. Don't try to cheat. Don't try to lie. Don't try to suppress. Don't try to hold down any other consciousness, because then that's what's going to continue to happen to you. And that's because the universe doesn't see anything except what you put out, and then returns it back to you, saying, well, if it was good enough for you to give away, then it's good enough for you to receive. And you should be happy, because, why would you give something away to another that wouldn't fill or benefit you? See, double-edged sword. Because when you think that you need to hold revenge against somebody or something, or retaliation in any form, then that's exactly what you're going to get. And it's going to come to you in a way that you may not expect. So keep that in mind. Because every thought we have, every choice we make, every movement toward that choice, that thought, will bring us into the future, because time doesn't stand still, and neither does the energy. It's continually flowing. So life is continually revolving in a cycle, a pattern, a routine, whatever you want to label it to be. But I do know that what you give out, you do get back. And if you don't want to get back the things that don't taste so good or maybe feel so right, then you really shouldn't try to give that to another, whether you feel that it's to their best betterment or their higher good or not. Because each one of us has the ability to be able to come to those understandings, those comprehensions, those decisions. Each one of us has the ability to put movement into what it is that we do. And someone else can't do that for you. You have to do that. Or it's like, it will never end well. It just will never end well. Here's an example. If somebody never taught you, or if you never figured out how to tie your own shoes, then those laces flopping around will inevitably trip you, because they're going to get tied up somehow, and it's going to hinder your steps. So before you put on a pair of shoes and walk, you need to know how to tie them, or fear the possibility of those scattered laces coming back to trip you or to, stunt you in some way. Because you could trip, you could fall down to your knees, you could, be 5 foot tall like me, and then fall down and drop to your knees and be only 3 foot tall, And then what? What do? Do you stay in that position? No, you don't. You learn how to tie your shoes. You don't put yourself in that position. It's called living and learning. So what have you lived and what have you learned? And what have you decided doesn't really work for you? And if you think about the sensations or the thoughts or the direction that you're being gifted and guided to may change throughout the day or throughout the next day, depending upon where you are, where your charts are within the transits, within the solar skies, with the lunar, the sun, and the planets that are all hanging out in one particular zone, but they are affecting everybody. And that's why it's something that everybody feels on one level or another. It's not just affecting some, it's affecting every sign, every person, every house. And when you realize how you're being affected or what's being highlighted, what aspect of your chart, then that gives you an opportunity to pull yourself up, learn how to tie those shoes, and then walk with courageous boldness through every transit, uncovering and exposing more of you until you find the inner you that is leading you toward the development and the evolution and the forward growth that your light essence came here to achieve by living and overcoming and perceiving on a higher level. My lovely collective, no matter where you stand, you're never alone, and you always have an ally with me. I won't leave you sit behind unless you choose to sit behind. I will offer you the insight and the experiences and the wisdom and the knowledge that I've gained over the course of all of my endeavors. And I will tell you with honesty, without any hidden anything, exactly how things unfolded for either me or people that I've viewed, observed, or helped, right? And how their life either went better or worse because of their choices and their decisions, which will lead you to the understanding, the true recollection that you hold all the power and all the moves, and you create the future by honoring everything of you. And that also means going through the things that you don't dig and finding the value, learning those lessons and applying that forward, so that not only will you always have your shoes tied when you step out to walk, but you'll never drop down to your knees. And if you do, you'll never stay there long. And what I like to say is that every time I'm brought down to my knees, there's something that I needed to pick up, and I needed to be close to the ground in order to get it. And usually it's vibration, earth energy. So, you know how you just walked and didn't have your shoes tied and you fell and it brought you down to the ground? Well, the benefit that I see is that it brings you closer to Mother Earth and gives you more of an opportunity to ground, to refocus, reassess, reflect, and then walk into the position that you were always supposed to be. Whether you turn your back and walk in a completely different direction, or you veer off, by angles, by degrees, your inner compass will tell you what needs to be straightened, illuminated, and reflected upon, reevaluated, if you will, and reconstituted into the best form of you. I'm always here and I can help you. And if you're already there, I applaud you. And I provide to you encouraging energy to continue on your forward journey. And if you're stuck in a position where you're just a little bit clouded or veiled, still unsure, a little bit hesitant, maybe can't even quite understand or hear or feel the guidance that you're getting, I can hear, I resonate, and I can sense and I feel all of the energy, whether it's sent to me or sent to you. And I can certainly illuminate what may be hidden from view and give you different tools and techniques in order to bring the hidden, concealed right into the open, to provide the clarity and sway away from any confusion or disconnect. We can do this together. I know we can. And if it's not you and me, then it's you and someone else, or it's you and your higher consciousness, or it's you and the divine, your spirit team. However you want to look at it, the light is always here when you're ready to remember that you are light and that it's always lived within you. My lovely collective, whatever you do today, use the transits to your benefit and allow the reflection to guide you in a positive forward manner that will not only uplift you, but keep you in high vibration, while the light and the love shines through you, to you, and around you. Peace and joy, love and light.